Hi everyone, this is Mrs. Wood, and today I bring you simple sentences. Simple sentences have to have a subject, and they have to be, or could be a compound subject, and it has to have a verb. Okay, so subject or compound subject and a verb. Now, your subject can be a noun or it could be a pronoun. Nouns are defined as people, places, or things. So we have common nouns. There's two types of nouns, common nouns and proper nouns. Common nouns are things like the movie, the computer or my computer. And proper nouns are people, their names, city names, any name, and it would have to be capitalized. Proper names have to be capitalized. And then we have pronouns. So when we vary our language, our writing, we don't always want to use the proper name. Sometimes we want to use a pronoun, and because the job of the pronoun is to replace nouns, instead of saying Mary this, Mary that, we say Mary this, she so and so. Now, let's look at our compound subjects. Compound subjects are nothing else but two or more subjects. Steve and Mary, John and I, John or I, the dog and the cat, the corporations and their CEOs, just to give you a little different example. And then we go into our verbs. Look at all these verb forms. Recognize those? Okay, we have everything from the infinitive form to the past tense, the present tense, the present progressive or present continuous, all kinds of different forms. Okay, now be careful. These words, not, just, never, only, always. Okay, these are not part of the verb. These are not part of the verb. And by the way, the word cannot is only one word. Now let's look at these verbs. These are called transitive verbs. You have to be careful with these guys because you cannot use them by themselves. You cannot say I like or she likes. You kind of it leaves you thinking, well, I like who or what. Okay, and these are some of those verbs. And then over here, we have the verb to be, one of the most important verbs in the English language and one of the most irregulars. A lot of times students don't recognize these verb forms as being verbs, and these are verbs. These are just forms of the verb to be. By the way, these again, this is the infinitive form. It's important to know that these are infinitive. Any verb that has the word to in front of it is called an infinitive. Okay, so it's important to become familiar with these verb forms. And now finally, let's take a look at prepositional phrases, because sometimes these get confused with subjects, and these are not the subject. So these are prepositions: across, under, during. There's a whole list of prepositions. Across the street, the neighbor just had a baby. Under my pillow, I found the money the tooth fairy left me. During the storm, the dog got loose. So the dog got loose would be your subject and your verb. The dog would be your subject. Got loose would be your verb. Okay? And so this gives you, I hope, this gives you a good idea of how to form simple sentences. And remember, if you do not have a subject and a verb, you don't even have a simple sentence. Remember that. All right, see you next time. Thanks for watching.